Thank you for joining me for another edition of 600 Words or Less. Today's reading is original work by Chris Hutchins from his Impressions collection. This title is Sniffing Out the Brilliance of Millennials and was published September 29th, 2016. As we move into October, it seems we are entering a season of change. Of course, the weather is changing, and we will soon have our winter friends among us, but those are not the only changes in the air. Maybe you sense it too. Is it the election year? Certainly, that has something to do with it. Thank the Lord that it is not every year that we have to suffer through the dog and pony show we call running for president. I'm not complaining. You won't hear a sniffle out of me, unlike some of our candidates. I'm just trying to be positive and point out the best part of the elections, that they are not more frequent. No, what I am sensing is deeper than politics, deeper than the change of seasons. Somehow, I'm anxious about the world we are about to hand off to the next generation. Simply put, the kids of today are not like any of their predecessors. Their ideas are more crowdsourced than independent, and the clothes they choose to wear are like nothing I've ever known before. It seems like the mass fashion trends that I lived through in the 70s and 80s are a thing of the past, giving way to a more eclectic mix of garments and oddball accessories today. It seems the look is to not have a look. It's not the fashion or the morose attitudes of today's youth that bothers me. It's not the calamity they call music or the mass media feast they are enjoying. I've finally put my finger on what is bothering me, the change that I'm sensing, and you won't believe it. Kids today don't really care about driving. What? Yes, it's true. A large percentage of teens are not in any hurry to get their driving independence. Experts say it is because the cell phone is now the primary social outlet for our youth, and they simply don't need to travel to each other to get together. This is such a paradigm shift to me that I'm having a hard time accepting the facts. To me, driving a vehicle independently meant that I could have the freedom to do whatever I wanted, wherever I wanted. I thirsted for the right to drive. Studying up on driving techniques by watching the Dukes of Hazzard for years. I even got my hood slide working before I got my learner's permit. And here's a tip. It's a lot harder than Bo and Luke made it look, especially if you have a car with a ridge in the middle of the hood. Ouch! Growing up in this area was pretty awesome when I was 15 or 16. I remember a slew of roads that were once dirt or clay, now paved, that suffered from our driving stunts. Fishtailing around corners and doing donuts were the order of the day. Mom, I know you're reading this and you might be cringing a little right now. All I can say is that this is a work of fiction, and any reference to people or places, real or imagined, is strictly for artistic purposes. I don't know. Maybe kids today are a lot smarter than I give them credit for. Essentially, they're getting free taxi service from family and friends and don't have to pay for insurance. Hey, why didn't I think of that?